Hey guys, Spartan here, Spartan Trading for January 11th, 2022. Let's take a look at what we did today, daily recap video. So we started the day off trading the SPY basically on the long side. A lot of the things that we were looking at, market gapped up. We're looking at things off of the morning open to start to bounce. I was looking at high PE tech right out the gate. We started to see the 10-year come in a little bit, and then we started to hit basically a whole bunch of high PE tech. First thing that I noticed though at the gate was the China names were strong, so we took BABA and PDD calls, which ended up working nicely. We took the 65s on PDD, 200% trade. We took the BABA 135 calls, which ended up almost getting the money, another 100% change there. So that was a really good, couple trades out the gate. As well, we did take the, let me just take a look at everything else we took. We took ILMN on the equity side out the gate at the 389 level, played that to the upside on the first initial pop, stops the entries. Ended up getting stopped out of that. Should have went back into it, but was kind of sidetracked with everything else that was moving. We also had Tesla out the gate, played that little pop this morning, which is a nice little move for us there. We were also in Roblox on the option side, looking for the we took 90 calls, looking for a continuation higher. One thing I noticed was RBLX was the first high PE tech name right out the gate that had relative strength. Not sure if anyone else noticed that out there, but that's where my initial thesis came from. I was noticing that, okay, one of the weakest names had bad news yesterday. It has some nice relative strength, high PE tech. Let's start looking at those types of names. And lo and behold, we started to see a lot of sympathy plays go off. And we did play the sympathy plays. I also took Rivian, which had bad news today actually on delivery numbers. We talked about delivery numbers last year. We took the equity long. That was a good trade on that. We ended up taking some opening names like Win Long today. We took DWAC, which wasn't, a kind of social media. It is a high PE tech SPAC, I guess, name. That ended up working well. We took the 70 calls. They went up about 300% and change. What else did we do? There's a lot. I mean, we had a bunch of China names on, like I said. We took Teladoc. We took Chewy, Win, which were smaller wins on the option side. Qualcomm, same thing. Actually, that was about 100% trade. We swung that one overnight. ATVI, a little bit of a flat trade on that one, up a little bit. TSM, about 30-40% on that. The only thing that didn't really work on the option side today was SPY puts, which we took as a hedge against our against all of our positions, basically in the morning, as well as what else didn't work? It was one of those days where basically everything worked. It was, sometimes you get those days. Let's see. Just kind of scrolling and looking. Future was a flat trade. I guess that one didn't really work. On the equity side, we took Yandex, which I actually just ended up cutting off pretty quickly, the starter, because I just didn't want to stay with it. So that was one that didn't work on that side. Kind of popped out the gate. If I stuck with it, probably would have worked out okay. Would have been able to get out of it for a little bit of profit, but we ended up cutting that one pretty quickly. And then what else didn't work on the equity side? I mean, pretty much that's like SOPA. That was another small one I took. It popped, and we ended up getting out of this one for about like a 6-cent loss. So that wasn't that a huge one or huge loss by any means, but it popped here. Ended up grabbing some long, and then I saw it just kind of sitting there, and we ended up just exiting the position. But yeah, there was a lot of things that we took today. There was other things like BA. We took long CRM, we took long UPST, we took long equity and options. We did take a little bit of Roku as well on the scalp side. I guess that's that's another one that. We got a 1.5 on it, so it worked okay. It wasn't like a huge move, but it did work. But yeah, again, like I said, it was one of those days where you just got follow through on the upside. If you guys weren't unaware, market did bounce off the uptrend. I talked about this yesterday on the daily, and we got continuation back above the 50, made confirmation to the short-term EMA support. I'm thinking we see the head and shoulders on the upside in the short term. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But some nice price action today. Watch that 10-year yield, guys. That's the key thing for the market. You got CPI data tomorrow. That's also going to be a key thing to watch for the SPY. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have any questions, you go to SpartanTrading.com. Otherwise, I'll continue to do these little daily wrap-ups. Hopefully they help. All right, guys, have a good one. See ya.